Java interview questions and answers part 1. What is Java? Java is the high level object oriented secure programming language, platform independent, high performance, multi threaded, and portable programming language. It was developed by James Gosling in June 1991. It can also be known as the platform as it provides its own JRE and API. What is the difference between C++ and Java? Java is a true object oriented language, while C++ is basically C with object oriented extension. C++ supports multiple inheritance, but Java provides interfaces in case of multiple inheritance. Java does not have support operator overloading. Java does not have template classes as in C++. Java does not use pointers. List the features of Java programming language. Architecture neutral. Java is architectural neutral as it is not dependent on the architecture. In C, the size of data types may vary according to the architecture, 32-bit or 64-bit, which does not exist in Java. Interpreted. Java uses the just-in-time interpreter along with the compiler for the program execution. High performance. Java is faster than other traditional interpreted programming languages because Java bytecode is close to native code. It is still a little bit slower than a compiled language. Example C++. List the features of Java programming language. Multi-threaded. We can write Java programs that deal with many tasks at once by defining multiple threads. The main advantage of multi-threading is that it does not occupy memory for each thread. It shares a common memory area. Threads are important for multimedia, web applications, etc. Distributed. Java is distributed because it facilitates user to create distributed applications. In Java, RMA and EJB are used for creating distributed applications. These features of Java makes us able to access files by calling the methods from any machine on the internet. Dynamic. Java is a dynamic language. It supports dynamic loading of classes. It means classes are loaded on demand. It also supports functions from its native language, that is C and C++. What is the difference between JDK, JRE and JVM? JVM is an acronym for Java Virtual Machine. It is an abstract machine which provides the runtime environment in which Java bytecode can be executed. It is a specification which specifies the working of Java Virtual Machine. Its implementation has been provided by Oracle and other companies. Its implementation is known as JRE. JVMs are available for many hardware and software platforms. So JVM is platform dependent. It is a runtime instance which is created when we run the Java class. There are three notations of JVM: specification, implementation, and instance. What is the difference between JDK, JRE and JVM? JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. It is the implementation of JVM. The Java Runtime Environment is a set of software tools which are used for developing Java applications. It is used to provide the runtime environment. It is the implementation of JVM. It physically exists. It contains a set of libraries plus other files that JVM uses at runtime. What is the difference between JDK, JRE and JVM? JDK is an acronym for Java Development Kit. It is a software development environment which is used to develop Java applications and applets. It physically exists. It contains JRE plus development tools. JDK is an implementation of any one of the below given Java platforms released by Oracle Corporation. Standard Edition Java Platform, Enterprises Edition Java Platform, Micro Edition Java Platform. How many types of memory areas are allocated by JVM? Many types. Class area stores per class structures such as the runtime constant pool, field, method, data, and the code for methods. Heap, it is the runtime data area in which the memory is allocated to the objects. How many types of memory areas are allocated by JVM? Stack. Java stack stores frames. It holds local variables and partial results and plays a part in method invocation and return. Each thread has a private JVM stack created at the same time as the thread. A new frame is created each time a method is invoked. A frame is destroyed when its method invocation completes. Program counter register PC. Program counter register contains the address of the Java virtual machine instruction currently being executed. Native method stack. It contains all the native methods used in the application. What is JIT compiler? Just in time compiler. It is used to improve the performance. JIT compiles parts of the bytecode that have similar functionality at the same time and hence reduces the amount of time needed for compilation. Here the term compiler refers to a translator from the instruction set of a Java virtual machine to the instruction set of a specific CPU. What is the platform? A platform is the hardware or software environment in which a piece of software is executed. There are two types of platforms, software based and hardware based. Java provides the software based platform. Is delete, next, main, exit or null keyword in Java? No. What are the main differences between the Java platform and other platforms? There are the following differences between the Java platform and other platforms. Java is the software based platform, whereas other platforms may be the hardware platforms or software based platforms. Java is executed on the top of other hardware platforms, whereas other platforms can only have the hardware components. What gives Java its write once and run anywhere nature? The bytecode. Java compiler converts the Java programs into the class file by bytecode, which is the intermediate language between source code and machine code. This bytecode is not platform specific and can be executed on any computer. What is class loader? Class loader is a subsystem of JVM which is used to load class files. Whenever we run the Java program, it is loaded first by the class loader. There are three built-in class loaders in Java. First one, Bootstrap class java.net loader. This is the first class loader, which is the superclass of extension class loader. It loads the rt.jar file, which contains all class files of Java standard edition like java.lang package classes, java.util package classes, java.io package classes, java.sql package classes, etc. Second one, extension class loader. This is the child class loader of Bootstrap and parent class loader of system class loader. It loads the jar files located inside java home/jre/library/ext directory. What is class loader? System application class loader. This is the child class loader of extension class loader. It loads the class files from the class path. By default, the class path is set to the current directory. You can change the class path using cp or class path switch. It is also known as application class loader. Is empty.java file name a valid source file name? Yes. Java allows to save our Java file by .java only. We need to compile it by javac.java and run by Java class name. Let's take a simple example. If I don't provide any arguments on the command line, then what will the value stored in the string array passed into the main method? Empty or null? It is empty but not null. What if I write static public void instead of public? Is static void. The program compiles and runs correctly because the order of specifiers does not matter in Java. What is the default value of the local variables? The local variables are not initialized to any default value, neither primitives nor object references. Does constructor return any value? As the constructor implicitly returns the current instance of the class, you cannot use an explicit return type with the constructor. What are the various access specifiers in Java? In Java, access specifiers are the keywords which are used to define the access scope of the method, class, or a variable. In Java, there are 4 access specifiers given below. Public, the classes, methods, or variables which are defined as public can be accessed by any class or method. Protected can be accessed by the class of the same package or by the subclass of this class or within the same class. Default are accessible within the package only. By default, all the classes, methods, and variables are of default scope. Private, the private class, methods, or variables defined as private can be accessed within the class only. What is the purpose of static methods and variables? The methods or variables defined as static are shared among all the objects of the class. The static is the part of the class and not of the object. The static variables are stored in the class area and we do not need to create the object to access such variables. Therefore, static is used in the case where we need to define variables or methods which are common to all the objects of the class. For example, in the class simulating the collection of the students in a college, the name of the college is the common attribute to all the students. Therefore, the college name will be defined as static. What are the advantages of packages in Java? There are various advantages of defining packages in Java. Packages avoid the name clashes. The package provides easier access control. We can also have the hidden classes that are not visible outside and used by the package. It is easier to locate the related classes.